Welcome into the inner sanctuary. This is going to be a pick a card tarot reading around the theme, what blessings is this new moon in Cancer bringing you? And the energies today is kind of, at least in me, is off the charts. charts. It's a mix of the polarized world, fear, grief, and on the other side, this massive burst of coming together, of connection and compassion. And then today we're on the black, what's called the black moon, which is the day before the new moon, which is this really, usually it's this point of really going in into the darkness and tuning in. Then at the same time we actually have Jupiter in a super duper auspicious position, which is I just find now with the solstice energy that already kind of amped up stuff in us and kind of made us be in this energy. I'm speaking more on a personal level now, not the global level. Be in this energy of like one foot in the new you that you want to birth, and one feet in the old, and this like a bit of a back and forward pull, and also just so, I don't know if I should call it a man bun or a mom bun, but it's something. I don't know. It's just I'm saving out my bangs, and it just feels so amazing to get it all away. But yeah, it's something. So anyway, with this energies now, both with Cancer and the black moon day before the new moon, we're encouraged to really go in and go deep inside, and that's kind of the way to move forward, is to go into the quiet and go into the depth. That's the way we will move forward right now, not by pushing, not by forcing, both yourself and just physically what you're doing. And then there's this, what I was gonna say before I started talking about my mom bun, was that energetically we are, Jupiter is in the same position as the sun, or almost. So that's a very auspicious way, and Jupiter, I think it's like it rarely stands like that. So it stands together with Cancer, putting all its expanding energy on our emotional depths, on our deep wishes. Now with the North Node in Pisces as well, Neptune in Aries. I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Going back to Pisces to kind of finish up some old stuff we need to finish there before going more aligned forward. This day, today, this is Tuesday the 24th. So if you see this today, this is my wish for you to do your kind of pre-new moon work, to sit down, write down. You could free write, or just if you already know your intentions, you know your deep desires, just do a check-in, because sometimes what you desired a month ago, or especially years ago, might not be what you want to pull in, what you want to attract right now. And sometimes it might be exactly that. It might be an old childhood dream. So just listen in and sense like what's most alive, what is my burning dreams and desires right now. And then I'd encourage you to make that intention list and work with the energy of Jupiter as well as the Cancer new moon, and kind of ask Jupiter to help you expand this for you. I did that myself earlier today and it felt great. Okay, so let's get into the reading. This is going to be time-stamped, so if you don't want to hear me chit-chat, hopefully then you just pushed forward to the reading. Also, I pulled an extra card today because I just felt that was right for some reason. So we have 3 different pick a cards that I will show you soon. And then I also asked the same deck to give me one overall card. That's just gonna be a short message for the short as I can make it for everyone. So the card is 44, which is again it's a powerful number in itself and a very it's a number with foundation with structure in it, like and then with strength here. That's kind of collectively how a lot of us is feeling right now, like we're holding ourselves and the world. A lot of you feeling drawn to see this tarot readings are light workers, light seeds. You know, you're probably English. You probably are an empath, someone who can deeply connect with people. And at this moment, collectively, we all are, unless we're kind of tapping out, we all are carrying that grief and I don't want to, with that, demolish anyone who's now in a dangerous place or in a, you know, in some going through something horrible, because of course for you it's undescribable, but all of us are collectively still carrying the world like she is in a way, and while we're that's that balancing act, like staying open to the grief, to the horrors and fears of the world, not shutting down our sympathy, and and acknowledging that that's happening too, while while still also being in compassion, being while not losing focus on our own path, you know, on our own journey. That's that balancing act. And she seems to be doing okay though, although it looks quite impossible. She got some fairy dust around her. Yeah, 4-4. It's, which is 8 again, and today is this like, also it's a great day to work with abundance energy, by the way. What else want to come through? It's just a confirmation. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep anchoring in the light for yourself and the world, and don't let it shut you down. Don't let it stop you from following your path and your purpose. And then again, it's the same, like sometimes to move forward we have to stand still, sometimes to move forward we have to actually just be for a bit. Okay, so pick a pile. So for pile number 1, you have this card, number 16, Cold Rescue. With a bike in the background. Maybe you like motorbikes, maybe you are like really longing to be rescued into some movement. And then we have card 11, Balancing Act. And then card 12. I was shuffling, asking Spirit to give me the 3 cards that was like most fitting for this reading. So this is card 12, Slow and Steady, and it's kind of the card of the Chariot, although this is the Oracle deck. And if anyone is wondering what deck I'm using, this is the Magical Map Shifter deck from Colette Baron Reed, and the same for this one. Okay, so see you in your readings. Hi, pile one. Oh my god, I decided to make a new intro, another one than the one you would have been seeing now. And I actually felt it was better. I just wanted to share some more insights on something. And I discovered I hadn't pushed record. None of it was filmed, so maybe that's a message connected to this pile, because I was going to move into pile one, which is, I guess, that energy of like, when is it you thought it had, when you think something has started and you put your heart into it, and then you get a setback, and then you discover like, well, I thought I was here now I have to start over here. And then you have card 16, which breaks down to 7, so kind of spiritual number with the rescue. And then this reading is about what blessings is the new moon and Jupiter in Jupiter in Cancer bringing you. I had to burp there, and that's also usually messages wanting to come through. There's, just looking at this card, there's some sort of situation that you found yourself in that might have felt pretty hopeless, or you haven't seen a solution to it yet. And I think regarding the energies we're in now and moving into the new moon, that this is around your deepest desire or wish for that new moon. There's something for now that you've been hoping and wishing for a solution to, a rescue to, not necessarily a person rescuing you, but with this person here in the balloon looking at you, I get the message that it's a spirit have seen you, seen your hard work, seen your struggle with this, and heard it. And also the rainbow coming out of the pipe. There's a transformation going on now, and a release with all this water too coming out of the magical island you're standing on. The trees are like a fall tree, so there's a death and rebirth cycle. There's something you're gonna be either now. Yeah, I'm hearing it's like the last release of something that will bring you into this rescue. And she's standing in a tunnel, so also I'm getting this, which is a theme we're in today and tomorrow, this encouraged to guide you, to tell you to go within. And you might already be there, but to really allow yourself to grieve or to let out those emotions that want to come out, because probably that's where that's where the rescue gonna come from, or the solution. Okay, so let's look at some more cards. Looks a bit secluded. It looks a bit, she looks very alone on that island. So this seems like a topic or a wish, something you felt alone in, something you've been, struggling with on your own. Okay, so for pile 2, can we get some more clarification? So this is an animal oracle deck, and you got goose, and then you got a blank card. It's 3 of them in the deck. I'm gonna tap into what animal that wanna be. Just a second. I'm hearing the panther. So goose and panther. Okay. I'm starting to get something here, but I think I want to have a few more of the cards and then talk more about it, explain more. Okay, so what blessings is this new moon in Jupiter and Cancer bringing? Pile one. I'm so used to the camera being down on the cards that I kind of forget that you can't see what I see. I'm gonna show it. So goose and the blank, which I'm saying is a panther. If you feel something else in your mind's eye, then go with that. And then from this other oracle deck, you got 11 and the time is right. And also I was drawn to the card at the bottom, which turned out to be card 3, Awaken the Magic of Your Creativity. Oh, battery. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings, and it's 3 koi fishes here, which also is a symbol of luck actually, and this golden abundant color here. And then we have the Cancer new moon, and regarding what I already said about really diving into the depth of your emotions and releasing the old, releasing what's wanna still transform through you. So with that, with the goose here and the panther spirit and this, what I talked about, that it looked like she seems a bit alone, or it's a theme, it's a path that you felt alone on, no matter which gender you are. And then with a goose, which is it's a bird that mate for life, as far as I know, and they're usually seen in couples. And here you're seeing them flying together, more of them. They're in this deck. They're a symbol of finding your mate, or of connection. Yeah, both of finding your mate or relationship, and of actually also fertility, and yeah, and your spirit tribe. And then feeling like this was the panther spirit. The panther spirit is more solitude animal. Like, I'm hoping I'm not saying something wrong now. I don't think although they're mating, obviously, I don't think they have that same need to stay with their male or female counterpart. I think they're more like a solitude animal. That's the feeling I'm getting here. And I'm getting the feeling of like a kind of identity, like with the rescue here, I do feel like this is gonna be connected to a couples reading or a relationship reading for a lot of you. So if you don't feel drawn to that, you might want to look into one of the other ones. I pick up on a person here who's been who's single, and who's been single for a while, and also haven't but has a deep wish of connecting, and of belonging, and of of finding your soulmate, or like your divine counterpart. And she kind of has, it's a really abundant little island, you know, like, so it might be that you're, I think you have so much, I think you're in a place where you feel solid in yourself, but then this wish of finding someone has felt like, it's felt like a far reach. And then with the panther spirit, there's this also, what I'm picking up on, the people I pick up on, is that it's unconsciously, it's been also this very independent nature, which is by all means a good thing, but it can sometimes hide ancestral patterns. And speaking of experience, ancestral patterns, and also patterns from this lifetime, where it's safer, you know, like it can camouflage fear of attachment, fear of actually fully committing to someone and connecting to someone, because there might be a little boy in there or a little girl in there who's really afraid of that, you know, who's afraid of what happens if you do that, if you fully give your heart and it gets broken. And it might just be so much, as this panther, which I pick up on, this very, in a way, confident, sensual, independent being. There's been this underlying thing there where, well, it's good to be good on your own, but there's been a part there who's also afraid of actually being good in a relationship and then losing it. Being afraid of that pain you might have felt before. So if that rings true, that's something to dive into, and this reading might shed some more light on it. It says the time is right. So if this is you wanting to manifest a relationship for yourself, it's with it. Also, you see these two beautiful birds here, and they're, I mean, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. They're kind of doves, but kind of almost like white phoenix, or white small, what do you call, peacocks. They're flying in a pair there, and 11, which is also the number of divine union. And the time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path. So the time is right to come together now. You've done and are doing the work on yourself, and so is probably the person you're meeting. And again, here's like two, it's this union within and union without feeling. And awaken the magic, immerse yourself. Yeah, don't run away from the feelings that are trying to talk to you. There's some gold there in the depths of your feelings. Okay. Panther and goose. That's a funny mix, you know. It's a weird mix. Okay, so that's why I didn't know why I was saying that, but there's for some of you, you might already, this might also already be the counterpart for you. It might be a person you know, or be a person you're starting to know, and you might also have you know, like some resistance regarding, not that you look down on them, but just regarding your differences. Like this, like, well, you know, okay, now I don't know, I'm channeling some arrogant person now, but well, I'm like this, and they are like that, but I hope it's not like that. I don't know, I got that feeling. But yeah, a cat and a bird, there might be some differences, and obviously both of you are human, but you might see the world differently. I'm hearing that you think you're more different than you are, and that's also a part of your own resistance. That's been a part of how you actually kept it on distance as well, because it's just easier for you that way. Again, unconsciously, probably, if you haven't worked with what I'm talking about now. And always listen to yourself first and foremost, and check in, and like, don't, if what I'm saying makes zero sense to you, then it's not for you, but it might be for someone else. Okay, so what else can we get of messages here around this? Why does this go so different? Ooh la la. I don't know why, but it's like I want to tease this pile and just saying like arrogant bitch. I'm sorry. And I feel male as much as female here. Like arrogant, feline or female. Like this, this cattish arrogance. And again, sorry, you're not a bitch. It's just, as I said, I want to tease you, and a spirit is coming through and teasing you, saying, arrogant bitch. It's something about you're just, I mean, you have your gold here, meaning for me, this is probably, it's gonna be two different messages here. So this is for one of you, or like half of you, or I don't know. You already know this person, and you're just sleeping on it. Like, just you taste you tasted this. You know what it means to you, and then you're just not taking action. This is, I mean, the card is called temptation, but that's how it's coming through right now. You're just being in this kind of, I'm gonna piss someone off. You're just being in this kind of arrogant, panther, lazy spirit. You're not lazy, but lazy. But lazy on what? Lazy in the sense that there is something you could dive more into here. I'm saying that with love. I don't mean to. You're doing a great job. It's not what I'm saying. The next cards that came out, and I have to charge soon, is the Ten of Water and the King of Water. So, and the King of Water fell out when I was asking for more clarification around this panther, duck spirit, and it's both an encouragement for you to really dive into the depths of your soul, of your heart, and trust that you asked Spirit for help, and your higher self is saying you will find that help, but you have to go within and you have to trust it. No more trusting it than going straight to your head and disregarding it. That does not work anymore. And again, I'm usually not talking like this. This is Spirit coming through me, being quite strict with you. And also, this king is like talking to this little fish here. And there's another message there of just fully tapping into your solar plexus and working a bit with yourself. And realize that you're equal, more than equal. The person coming into your life or already being in your life is not someone to toy with. which I feel you know, but there's this again, this like cat playing with the mouse kind of feeling. And that's not gonna work anymore. So there's an encouragement to fully be in your inner king, inner queen, water, like Queen of Cups, Queen of King energy, which means trusting, honoring your emotions, but also the emotions of the person if you already know them, and working with your healing your inner masculine and inner feminine in the way that you don't step on yourself anymore or others. There's room for both. I don't know what that means, but it's coming through. It's room for both. And then with the 10 of water, 10 of cups, and the laughing Buddha, I always get happy when I see him because he's so abundant. And then the rescue card here. It's like you already are in the position to be in the laughing Buddha position, but you see all the water here, the overflow of abundance and water. And how he's just laughing is for me also spirit encouraging you to be a bit playful with your emotions and to not gaslight the sorrow or the hard stuff you're going through, but like realize that you can allow yourself to be purging out, crying out, raging out what needs to come out. And then on the other side of that, you'll connect to this abundant, loving emotions, like that abundance in love that's in your heart and want to come through. But there's a bit of a lion, jaguar ego standing in front here, blocking it. And it's not done. I know it's not done by you to be ego in any way. It's done as a self-defense. It's done as a way of protecting yourself. But then Spirit is saying this rescue for you is allowing these emotions to flow through you and to go within, to go further within. Not to just run away in an air balloon. Not to just go in your head. It's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this reading up, but okay, so collective for pile number 1. Is there any other messages that you wanna convey now? What are the blessings for this full new moon in Cancer? Yeah, so that's the blessing. The blessing is that Jupiter expands. Jupiter is now, like I said in intro, direct with the sun. It will expand. It's almost like if you're a girl, you know how it is when we have our PMS, and I look at it as a gift because it will expand. It might feel more, it might feel things that normally wouldn't feel that bad might feel worse, but that gives me what I need to take action on it, or it makes me realize that, oh, that's actually bothering me. I mean, didn't know it bothered me that much, but so that's that Jupiter energy coming in now as a blessing with the new moon to really show you what's been bothering you so you can take action on it and to kind of expand that grief or fear behind your kind of jaguar, lion, panther. I'm picking up some different cats. To kind of force you to open that wall and to go within. And the blessings that's waiting on the other side is this love for you, this partnership that you're getting aligned to. If it's not a partnership and you still feel aligned to this reading, it might be about work, but this is how it came through now. And with the Page of Fire, which is a message of fire in swords, she's lying there with her tiger. I'm also picking up on tiger spirits here. And she's kind of looking ready to travel, but she's also in this huge transformation process. So that's also a journey you've been on this last moon cycles, is this huge transformation cycle. But I'm seeing this butterfly moving out of her now, and this also this kind of energy globe moving into her. So there's something really landing in you. That's a blessing coming for this new moon. It's the truth landing in you, helping you, anchoring in that divine partnership that you're seeking. And also this transformation that you allowed yourself to be in, which allowed you to more fully stand in your inner king or queen energy. And yeah, this is movement energy. And a message also, message energy. And then with the last card for this reading, card number 6, this is a tarot deck, and it's the love card, and it's this woman sleeping with this, well, that sounds wrong, resting on this lion here. It's so gorgeous. And then you have these 2 lions, this again, this divine union, and this almost 1111 portal. It kind of looks regal to me. And again, you have the feeling of, yeah, you might have tried to defend yourself of this with telling yourself that you're not a true match, that you can't make it work, or even if you don't fully know this person thinking you're too different, a lion and a girl, a panther and a duck. But with the 10 of water, and hi again, and hi pile number 1, and apologize if you sense that things are a bit different. This is the end of your reading. I had to, something came up for me yesterday when I was recording it, so I'm actually recording the last part of your reading now, exactly on the full moon, like at 12:30 on Wednesday. So I was about to wrap your reading up before I got disturbed yesterday. And also, I want to not apologize if I offended someone with what I've said earlier in the reading. It kind of, like I said, it came through that way. But I also want to, like I mentioned a few times, there's like 2 ways this reading is coming through. And for not one of you, but for some of you, it's coming through in the way that I already have talked about it. And where it really is like kind of your rescue is you getting out of your own way, you getting out of your head and into your heart, and there's a release there that needs to be happening for you to fully allow in this either new love or new opportunity that's coming to you. And then for a few others, there's this panther duck spirit is more like these 2 really yin yang sides of yourself that you're encouraged to look into. So if you don't resonate with what I already said in a way, but you also resonate with the reading, then it might be that you are the ones I'm talking to now. So for you, it's more like, I'd say this actually, although panther is a feminine animal, I'd say probably this young part of you, or it might be the opposite actually, but it's like the feminine a part of your inner feminine don't trust your inner masculine side. I'm pointing on the opposite now. And a part of your inner masculine don't trust your inner feminine, or at least actually they might trust the feminine, but it might be some outdated belief systems there that your inner masculine is running on, trying to keep you safe but also keeping you back at the same time. And everything in this reading shows me that this is something you're going through pretty much right now. And with starting off with the rescue card, this is something that's gonna transform really quickly. Whoa, quickly. Also with the Page of Fire here, and there's this lost encouragement and also story to you about both leaning into the love inside yourself, like really leaning into your higher self, letting your feminine lean into your masculine, and the other way around. And that's if it's an outer partnership that you're seeking, that's also a part of the frequency, the energy, that when you're on that frequency, that's when you really align with this person, and just open your mind up to that differences might be as big as a problem that you thought, if the connection is there, obviously. Yeah, so that's that. I see a lot of laughter, a lot of joy, a lot of pleasure for you in the near future. There's so much like aliveness in this deck. So yeah, thank you, pile 1. And maybe see you in another pile or 2. Just take a deep breath with me. Your initial card is the Balancing Act. And something fascinating something fascinating that I never seen in this card before is how she's actually, it's like she's covering herself with like a bed sheet or a towel while she's, which obviously then it gets more a balancing act, while she's balancing this boat on the crystal ball, on the thread, like she still looks quite in control though, but I mean she's already balancing up here. She looks like she's having one hand on the sheet or towel not to lose it, and she's balancing, so this boat, from what it looks like to me, I was gonna say can come in, but funnily enough the boat is pointed the other way around though. So is it coming in, or is she sending something out? Both, maybe. She's standing on this angel wings. I mean, right off the bat, when I saw the card and without reading on it, the energy it gives me is this balancing act energy, but also energetically the balancing act of giving and receiving, and of balancing, trying to stay aligned. And it's like this, something you've been manifesting, something you've been working on, that you're I feel it's the wrong word to say want to pull in, because I don't feel like you're like I want this, but like something you're energetically working on, allowing to come in, and like clearing out anything that's in the way, and how that's currently a balancing act, because there's so much going on at once. And with the hearts here, it gives me the idea that it's connected to either self-love or the love of a project or the love of a person. There's like hearts floating down on the boat. And I'm hearing balancing your ships coming in. 11:11. So I want to read on this card and just see if sometimes I feel like the text to the cards are really useful, and other times it's like they just want to speak on their own. Where is 11? Okay. Yeah, because she looks pretty calm. I mean, other people would probably be stressing out in her situation. You are calm within no matter the fluctuate. You are calm within no matter the fluctuation of outer conditions. There are times when things seems a bit topsy-turvy and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. And I want to say energetical balls. You're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. Yeah. So, and then this reading is what is the new moon? What blessings is the new moon and Jupiter in Cancer bringing to you? So, with that in mind, and we're going to tap more into it, but it's definitely bringing some sort of clarity for you where you need to have your energy and what you really want to work on pulling in or receiving, and what you want to focus on giving out, and what energetical bolts you just maybe you should just let them fall, or maybe you can just like give them up for now to get clarity on where you need your stability or where you need your energy. And I don't know, for some reason 1-1 it's kind of these two columns, it's that same energy. And also what you're trying to achieve or what you're working on, like that deep desire or this balancing act she's doing here. There's something about it being really important to you, really important in general, and really hard. Like, you can do it, but it might need all of your attention for a while. So let's see what else Spirit want to come through and tell us. Okay, so what else can you, Spirit, guides, angels, animals, tell me about this? Should I have one more? Oh. Yeah, I was planning on having two, but I really heard I should look on the bottom, and I want to show you that one first. Actually, the seal talks about this. I don't know if you ever heard a seal song. It goes straight to your heart, like this melancholic, deep, beautiful, I'd say almost more mourning song, like in mourning sorrow. But it's not really grief, it's just such a deep heart frequency that it's like almost like some sort of classical music we listen to when it's the energetical shift between deep heart resonate and sorrow can sometimes be very close. So it might feel sad, although it's not sad. Anyway, with the seal wanting to come through there, it speaks about your deepest truth, your deepest heart desire, whether it's in love or it's in a creative. And actually, it doesn't need to be a creative project or endeavor, but in passion project, in work, in career, something that in a way you and only you can do because you will do it in your unique way. And then you also have the legend of the seal woman, which is connected to this card, and how they could how they were seals in water, and then they would leave their kind of almost like a cape. They would leave their fur, their ham. No, not ham. What's the English word? They would leave their, their physical seal form, just almost like taking it off as a dress and leave it on shore, and then walking into land as a beautiful woman. This card is connected to this story about the seal woman. Now I don't remember how it's pronounced. This is a druid card deck. But how she walked on land. She fell in love with a man. He fell in love with her. And he knew all the time that she would need to get back to the water. Her true, that's like for her, that's her soul, that's her true essence, is to be the seal. So, like, continuing to be on land forever would be a slow death for her. But he loved her so much that he got greedy in his sorrow. I hope I'm not telling this wrong now. So he hid his fur. He hid his her physical seal form for her, so she couldn't find it. She got 2 kids with him, and she raised them, and obviously didn't want to leave them. But at the same time, she needed to go. And now I don't remember the end of the story. And also, while we're speaking on balancing act, suddenly something happened outside of my apartment on a balcony, and I got kind of distracted. Just, I don't know. So for you too, it might be a bit like that. Although you have this deep soul calling, there might be other things around you, other energies, and just other passions that are maybe not that important, but still important enough to distract you a bit. It's also a calling to look for the inspiration inside and not outside of you. Where are you, Seal? Oh yeah, you're at the end. Come on. I thought it was right before the dragons. No? That's weird. I'll stop peeking now. I think I got a new neighbor. Where is the damn seal? I'm finding the other ones, just not this seal. It's hiding itself. Wow. Okay, guys, I think I'm just supposed to trust what I remember, and then please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I just wanted to remember these words and the details, but to sum up the story and the essence of it, it's the grief of being the grief of being separated, either from your true self or feeling like you're separated from what you're supposed, from your dream, from your desire, and hearing this deep in your core, deep in your heart, this calling. And I see this as it's connected to that balancing act. It's like almost energetically in a frequency from your higher heart chakra. You can sense this I think for some of you, it's like you almost don't fully know what this dream is about. You just know the essence of the energy around it and how it's calling you. And you've been trying to follow that. And for others, you have a really clear vision, a night vision, or a sense with your other senses of what it is you're pulling in or working on receiving. And you've been working really hard on it. Bees are hardworking, and they have a goal. They make honey. And this card, though, in this specific deck, the bee actually represent to enjoy the. This is like a house of festivities, and with the sun here, it's almost like the sun card of the or animal oracle tarot deck. So it's also about enjoying the pleasures of your labor. And sometimes that's exactly what we need to do for the energy to clear away the blockages and to receive, is to actually stop working on it and enjoying where we are. And then with the owl here, for me, it's almost like a bit of the moon card energy in it, and also the high priestess card, in the sense that the owl have such heightened senses in its ability to hunt, and how it's also doing that in the nighttime. And now we're at the new moon, so it's this encouragement to really, with the balancing act here, listen into when you should just rest, when you should enjoy, and when you should take action, when you should move, and to trust your intuition, to trust your sight in that. Okay, so we're gonna draw some more cards on what this is about. It's a general reading, so of course it can be about a lot of different things. But let's see. The sweetness of the honey, the sun. So what is this about, this balancing act? What is pile 2 balancing here and pulling in? Okay. So you got 13, rise above the dark days of life, and then live in this world as a dreamer. Card 8. She's just resting there on the fence with some butterfly on her and some flowers in her hair. Again, while this girl she's kind of sitting in almost like a defense, ready to hunt position. You're so used to pile 2. I think you're so used to balancing a lot. You're so used to multitasking, not letting go of your goal, and at the same time, like, you might be a single mom or dad, or you might just be a really someone who's really high focused on achieving and having a lot of, what do you call it in English, having a lot of projects going on, or having a lot of things you're passionate about. uh, and you're so used to balancing it all that it might feel unfamiliar to you to actually let go of that, you know, the rope that the girl in the balancing act card is holding, to actually let go of it and to trust that energetically it's still there, and if it's meant to come in, it'll come in with this new moon intention as well. If it's meant to go, it will go, but then something else aligned will show up. So this girl, she's kind of looking like she's waiting, but at the same time, I don't know, she's just enjoying life, really daydreaming, being in the energy of just enjoying the moment. And card number 8 is a abundant number as well. And then all these colors, really like creative Hara chakra colors. So, and also if you're not resonating with being like having physically, like you're not resonating with being like a parent that are super busy with that, and at the same time trying to focus on your own dream, or you're not resonating with being like out on an outside way super what do you call it, ambitious with your life, or you haven't been in that state now physically, then I feel like this is almost like when you get the swords card in the tarot deck, it's representing more that mental energy. And it might be both the mental energy of being ready in case you need to, you know, solve something, in case you need to ward off something, and being so used to the energy of it's always being challenges, it's always being in balancing act, that the frequency and the energy of letting that go and actually moving into state where you can trust that no, everything is okay. And it will happen anyway, like moving, taking a break and actually enjoying the sweet honey that you know created for yourself, celebrating or just relaxing, soaking up sun. That might be something you haven't done for a while. Also, the owl here is like a creature of the night, and it loves to relax in the night. No, in the daytime. So there's, I feel like, a message here for this energies, whatever you're working on, to come in to you, to also get out into sunlight now with this, if you have sun around you, or if it's supposed to be sunny any day soon, to get out and really open up to receive those downloads from the sun, those energetical sun downloads. And that might be exactly what you need. I'm feeling this energy just being in this reading of a bit of confusion, a bit of fatigue. And I think I didn't feel like that before I started it. So I think that although you're pretty chill, pretty cool, balancing everything here, it's still been an energetical drain. And it's kind of starting to get to you. So find back to that enjoyment of life, the enchantment, the feeling of letting life surprise you, letting the beauty of your surroundings lift you up and surprise you. And the next card you got here is a partnership for the new age. I didn't really not plan for this pick a card reading to be a love reading, but if you already have seen pile 1, or if you felt drawn to it, that really became sort of like a love reading. Uh, and with this and the story of the seal woman, I and balancing act with the hearts on it. For some of you, I do think, like, I don't want love readings. No, I was kidding. It's okay. It's nice. I just feel it's so many of them on YouTube. uh, but yeah, I think for some of you, what you've been working on pulling in and sending out is this almost a signal to someone you've been sensing deep in your heart, as a energetical, as a soulmate or a divine partner, or this almost this longing, this grief that it's like, you know, the feeling of the soul and the feeling of the energy of the longing, like hearing this soul song, but you don't know the person. And it's been this balancing act of working on opening your heart more and more, opening yourself more and more, and also both like opening up to it and at the same time opening up to giving and opening up to receiving. And she's standing here also trying not to fully uncover herself, not to lose her bedsheet towel. But she don't look really stressed about it, though, I have to say. She looked a bit coy. So I think she's almost at the point where she's ready to don't give a flying, to not care anymore. And with that I mean ready to fully, and in a spiritual sense, show your unique self. Ready to not care how you're perceived, if you're good enough, beautiful enough, which obviously you are. But there's been this layer here that you've still been maybe unconsciously or consciously trying to kind of cover up, trying not to, and I don't mean really your body, but I mean, it might be for some of you that you actually have something physical on your body, like scars or something you've gone through that also for you has been this in your head, this kind of mental thing that you haven't thought anyone could love you like that, or you haven't felt ready for this love to show up because you haven't been able to love yourself fully with everything you are right now. If you're a mom having gone through, birth, life, or it might be sickness, then our bodies are there are our vessels, but also I think marks being left on them is a beautiful part of that. It's easier said than done, obviously, but I do really think it's a beauty to both the aging and the marks that we're left with, because they are our, they're in a way there are our warrior marks of this life, our tribal marks. So you're getting ready to fully show the depths of your heart and to allow that deep soul song emerge from the depths of your heart. Because until now, while still trying to cover up, while also balancing that, and you, even if you felt the essence of it, you haven't been fully able to stay in that frequency. Because to stay in that frequency, you need to allow the shames, the hurts, the sorrows, the shadows to be a part of it too. See this beautiful white and black specks on him or her. And that's like, to me, symbolizes now the light and the shadow. And that's what makes the tones of that song so beautiful, and that's what makes the tones so beautiful um, in a lot of music. It's the opposition of the notes, it's the depths and the light, and like the whole composition. If we only had light notes, my chin is so red. If we only had uh, light notes or dark notes, or it wouldn't be the same. We need both. And as I'm saying it, I'm just judging myself, also thinking, obviously, that we need light to have darkness, we need darkness to have light. It's everyone knows that. So I don't know. I just felt like that. Maybe someone else out there also get this imposter person coming in sometimes in your head. Sorry if this is messy. I said it in the intro, but I forgot to say it now in your reading. We are in the Cancer new moon, like I talked about in the intro. And the Cancer new moon is all about going inside and daring to dive to the depths of your inner ocean, your heart chakra and your sacral chakra, and to see the beauty there. And to also, with the Cancer, which has this incredible ability to, it might feel hard when you're pushed on the outside of the shell of a Cancer, but they have these incredible abilities to, to protect themselves and to protect the people they love. So it's like either you're in there with them or you're on the outside. And Cancer spirits are usually very generous, very loving spirits. Depends what else you have in your chart. But it's this quality then with the new moon to really go to the depths, and also new moon in generals are encouraging us to go within, and then also to use that kind of Cancerian shell to protect yourself a bit, like really work with your energy field right now. If you feel like this balancing act is a bit too much at the moment, or you just need some space for yourself, like even just energetically, to allow this transformation, then work with your energy field and work with putting up like physically imagine you almost can put that Cancerian shell around your aura, and ask for the spirit that you feel called to help you to put their energy as well as a protective cape around your energy field. And the blessings that this new moon in Cancer and Jupiter expands. So if this has been like something you barely heard, Cancer is coming in now, Jupiter is coming in now, expanding it, making you really feel how important this is for you. You might have just like mentally pushed it down, told yourself it didn't really matter for a bit too long, possibly. So the blessing is just on this other side of the new moon. I'm seeing almost like it's a full moon in the back here, and then with 30, we have the 30th on Sunday. Time is always changing, and depending on when you see this, if you see this now for the full moon, this is something that's really already in the works, and Jupiter like to work with things quite quick. So this energy is already gonna show itself to you now already. Either you're in it or it's gonna come up as a topic in your life really soon now, around the new moon. And then from now and towards the either the 30th this month or the 3rd or the 30th next month, like possibly around the next full moon. There's someone. I feel like this deep soul calling is gonna manifest itself. You're gonna meet the person, and you're gonna recognize the frequency of that calling. And for a lot of you, I have this feeling that it's a new person in this life, but that you've been on a journey for many, many lifetimes. So there's this old recognition coming together. Okay. Oh, and a quick, just to not fully make it a love reading. If you don't resonate with that, or if you already found a partner and you're head over heels, then this is your soul calling as your work or as your purpose. Something deeply important for you to do or create. And that's the blessing coming in, you fully being able to prioritize that and opening up for that. And I'm seeing it as almost this creative download coming through you. Just if you're a writer or songwriter or some sort of creative, it's something that's just gonna force itself through you once you give yourself this break, once you put down the ball a little to just enjoy. Okay, have a blessed new moon, and I will post a new moon meditation later tonight, that you might want to tap into. If you like this reading, then please like it, comment if you want, and see you later. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you felt drawn to this reading, you felt drawn to the card with number 12, slow and steady. I think it's a gorgeous card. It's this merge of a woman and a snail and a fairy. And just notice how she's holding her heart, really tuning in. And this pattern, energetical circle pattern going on here. So what I'm immediately hearing for you, pile number 3, is that, because this is about what blessings is the new moon and Jupiter bringing you. So it's that it's bringing you, there's something that's been slow, it feels like it's been a long time coming, and it feels like it's almost haven't been moving forward. And the blessing coming to you is that finally, whatever that is, we're going to look into that, we'll start showing progress or moving forward. The blessing is that something's going to shift now, and things are going to start moving quicker. And again, that feeling of, which I think I mentioned in the previous readings, which is very much the energy of this full new moon, which is the energy of slowing down, going inside. So in a way, going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it's slowing down and going inside to move quicker. Slowing down and moving in to move ahead, if you understand what I mean. And I feel like we're gonna just... Is there any other messages here before I move forward? No, I'm gonna draw some cards. There's so much going on energetically yesterday and today. And I mean, it's good. It's good. I feel like I'm in this creational womb, almost like being, what do you call it when you're baking a bread? Like being energetically thrown around, kinda, or like reshaped. I don't know how to describe it, but it's it comes and goes for me. But during today and yesterday, I had to take way more breaks than I usually do, and just honor that, and not blame myself for it, because it felt like something I actually needed. So okay, so pile number 3. Blessing is the slow and steady. Wanting to show you. Everything happening in a reason. Everything happening in a reading happens for a reason, and now just my neighbor's door opened and closed, or the neighbor probably went inside. So there's this door opening for you where you felt like you moved. It's been a long time coming, a long transition. The raven here, the raven speaks about making a journey, either a spiritual journey or a physical journey, which could mean both traveling, and it can mean doing a journey in the way of starting to study something new, starting to learn something. There's this energy of knowledge and traveling movement coming through. And then with the ram here, they are so resilient, such good climbers. So you've really been at this mount, at it for a while, like I said, with the slow and steady. And it's something that I feel this is, for the sensation I get is that this is calling or work related, like related to an inner calling, like a purpose, or and or also related to your physical work or something. If it's not the work you do most of the time, it's like your dream career or the work that you want to be doing, and that you're putting work into doing more and more. But there's something connected to your life's work here. With the ram, you see in the background this like mommy ram and the baby ram getting some milk. So there's something you've been nurturing, again with the slow and steady, not giving up on nurturing for a long time, but feeling like you kind of never fully reached the top, or you haven't fully gotten to the point that you want to get to yet. And it's been a steep climb or a slow climb. There's a message coming soon. You have the raven here, and this little bird here. It's like a message coming to you that's going to give you some more insights around the next step for you on this journey of yours. And I think I'm going to read on this ram card. I'm just going to also get some more oracle cards. So spirit, what's this slow and steady? It's pile 3's journey about. What do you want to tell them? It's this blessing coming in here for pile 3. This card came out in pile 2 as well. So if you felt drawn to pile 2 as well, you might want to watch it. I can't see how they are related in some way, or they can tell two like different parts of the coin kind of thing. Rise above the dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that light will always return. Here it's together with the ram, it's this energy of feeling like you have to hoard off, like you have to kind of always be on your toes. It's something you felt like you worked really hard on, and yet it doesn't feel like it moved much forward. Or you had days feeling like finally it was, and then it felt like 2 steps backwards again. Pile number 3. Okay. They're saying really, Spirit is saying really clearly here that you are on your right path and to keep following it and to work with the new moon. This is a full moon, but work with the new moon energy now with your intention setting, going into the heart, like in this card here. Really tuning in and setting your intentions around that work, purposeful dream of yours. If you don't resonate with it being just aligned to work or like a life's work, then I think for some of you, we'll see when the rest of the card comes that it's related to a wish of of more like a dream place to live, a wish of a place to travel to or to start living in, or a place to start your vocation, your life work, and you have this kind of clear vision of how you want to do it, where you want to build it, or how it should be, but you haven't been able to take the 3D steps to start building it yet, or buying it, creating it. So this is coming through to say don't lose sight of it now, because now it's starting to get really close. This new moon is so much about really birthing what, and not just birthing, but actually sowing, planting the seeds of what we want to create in our womb space. It's called a womb moon because it has that fertile energy to it, fertile creation energy. So there's some extra magic there around both sowing the seeds of a home or a place that's connected to where you want to live, or a vocation, anything connected to your deep desires and your heart, really, and also connected to love. Apologies if I'm getting, my energy is like falling. So I'm trying to stay with you here while I'm at the same time feeling like I'm like, but I love it. I like to be here. It's just so much going on, both in me and in the world, I think, collectively right now. I'm gonna shuffle that again with my presence. So, okay, Spirit, can you show me here what's the blessing Jupiter and Cancer new moon is bringing? Pile 3, and in what area? Tell me more about this. I know some people don't take cards that fall to the ground, but sometimes I just really feel when they want to come through. This is the moon card, and the tarot card associated with Cancer is the moon, and then with the new moon. So, and when it fell out, my thoughts were on what areas of your life is this blessing coming in. So I feel that's kind of saying that it's coming in the Cancerian areas of life, connected to home, connected to love, connected to family, connected to life, work, purposeful life callings. This too is like this guy, he's committed, you know. It's this is not just wanting to make a lot of money, nothing bad with that, but this is connected to your soul. So if the wish to make a lot of money is there, it's also probably with a wish to create abundance for a reason, you know, so you can share it with the people you love, so you can help people with it. So, you know, it's not just to show off your fancy watch on your Tinder account, or, you know, like to have this cool car or whatever. I mean, cool cars are nice, but they don't really help. Anyway, the whole thing, my ramble was just to say that this is a deeper purpose than just your, you probably got that. It's a deeper purpose than just your facade, than just earning to earn, or just, you know, hopefully people drawn to these readings are known to work a bit deeper on themselves anyway. So again, there's nothing wrong in wanting abundance, wanting physical things, but then also be aware what value they have for you and what they're connected to. So when you work with it to attract it and to manifest it, it's also like, okay, so for me, a fast car, what do I associate with that beautiful car? I associate it with freedom, with that loving, that rush I get from feeling that I have, that I drive a powerful car. Or, you know, like, or the home to you could mean a sanctuary, a safe place to land. It could mean peace. It could mean protection. It's like, be aware of the values in what you want to attract, and also focus on how you can have that in your life right now, not just in this different physical things that we put it on and think that we need. Because I might, you know, I might get the same freedom feeling from running, or from biking, or from just doing something exhilarating that I never done before, you know, like it's yeah, there's many ways of getting the different values we seek as people. With this raven here, you might be associate yourself with being a bit of an adventurous soul, and someone who likes to either to seek knowledge and wisdom, you know, through studies, but also to my brain is both adventures in the way of traveling, and it's important for you to grow, to see new people, to see different traditions or landscapes, nature, but also for your soul. It's this like hunger for wisdom, hunger for knowledge. Yeah. And I'm hearing, honor that. It's there for a reason. And again, be aware that it's several ways we can get that. So you might be very used to getting your adventurous spirit fulfilled in one way, and then you might realize suddenly that there's a course you wanted to sign up to, or a study you want to do, and if you tap into the feeling of that study, you might feel the same feeling that you feel when you think about traveling to the place you wanted to travel to. Or, you know, like there's sometimes our thirst for something, we might perceive it as one thing, and then it might be also something completely different. I hope I'm making sense now. And again, that's more to be open to that, to be open to hear the raven's call, and pay attention when you're walking around. If you walk in nature or in parks and you suddenly hear crows or ravens like talking, and just pay attention to what you were thinking about when you hear them, unless you hear them 24/7. And so, okay, what is your guidance here for pile 3 to fully step in, open up to their blessing? Okay, and will also get a bit more about what this word quotation is around. Yeah, your life is about to get a bit tipsy-turvy and turned around. That was actually a phrase in a card in pile 2. So they might flow together. When I asked about, I asked Spirit to come with tips around information around what you can do to fully open up to this blessing wanting to come in. You got the 5 of Earth. And this 5 of Earth to me, it's so light on it. It always speaks to me about inner healing and about really sensing into where you have your wounds actually. Tapping into what part of you still need healing for this to start to move, for the blessing to come in and for things to start to move quicker now. Because the next card out is the Fortune's Wheel with card 1, the energy of 1 coming. 5 is, again, 5 is movement. This is 5 of Earth, so it's again that feeling of things being slow and stagnant. Fortune's Wheel, and then 6 of Fire, 6 of Wands, which is the success celebration card. Again, I'm getting this feeling that pile 3, you are adventurers, travelers, knowledge hungry souls, people, and this Fortune's Wheel with the 6 of Wands here is really like this new moon now. You might already feel this wound coming up in you if there's a certain emotion kind of resurfacing, a pattern resurfacing, or just you've been feeling maybe unusually tired or slow, or like, is there any point kind of feeling today? That's the wound you're asked to tap into now, so it can be released, so it can be healed. And going within, like you're encouraged to now, and really allowing Spirit to help you heal this is what's gonna turn everything around. So basically the feeling is that you're going from this steady but really slow moving energy, but still like Capricorn energy, like eyes on the target with a ram here. You're going from that to the 6 of Fire, the 6 of staves, what to say in English? Well, 6 of Fire. Anyway, you're going from that slow energy into something that's like, it's fire, it's air balloons, it's the kind of celebration card in a way, in it, to me, in itself. This card with it, you know, being depicted as a ship, and then 5 more smaller ships or air balloons flying around it, is this like finally the ships are coming in, finally. Your dream, something is like pivoting now and turning around. So what is this? I'm curious. What is this? Victory, success, 6 of Fire, Fortune's Wheel. What is this victory for pile 2? So what is your calling? Do you already know your calling? Do you have something you really want to bring to the world? Because this is connected to that. So if that is to work with people in a healing modality, or you know, as a teacher, sharing your knowledge, or it could be on YouTube, making something there, tarot videos, traveling videos. Then this fortune wheel and six of fire, the success is in that. So whatever you associate to be your calling and has been a slow process for you, that's where your success is coming in now. Nine of earth to and this nine of earth is such an empress energy, and she's like, she kind of, it's like that flower just kind of bloomed out of her hands, and she's really calling in all her coins, all her blessings. And Jupiter with Saturn in his position now as well, it's this pivotal potential point of really calling in with your blessings, also calling in your dharma, your good karma, like this lifetime, other lifetimes, where you've been doing good shit. you've been taking heart aligned decisions. Sometimes that's small daily decisions we do that actually it's easy to not even realize are important, and other times there's this like life changing, big life changing decisions that we do, or help that we offer people. There's the five of earth here. You really worked hard on yourself, and you worked on changing the areas in your life that didn't align anymore to your calling, to your process, to your life work. And you're standing here with a mask. What's that about? I'm seeing this energy as you're very much standing here now, ready to both receive and give. But why do you have that butterfly mask on your face? What's that about? What is pile 3's vocation calling around? It's pile 3's. It's pile. I don't know why, I just get so confused right now, and I don't know if it's just my own state, or if it's cards don't usually confuse me like this, or if it's a confusion that's like something that's confusing you a bit too. Yeah, also in this slow process, at least it felt slow, because I think pile 3, you don't, also I think it felt slow because I think pile 3, you don't really like for things to go slow, or you're not great at it. It's a bit this Aries energy feeling here as well, or yeah, the fire signs and Aries, you know, like you want to, when you know what you want to have it, or you want to go there. You don't want to do all the extra steps and go back again, and you know, like that feels annoying to you. And there's been a bit of confusion for some of you around, although you know you're calling, it's like this kind of reflection mode that you've been forced to be in, really like examining what you truly kind of have to give, and the value, like I think it's around how you want to put it forward. Like if there's a, like I said, healing modalities before, or some sort of it could be holistic work, or it could be other health associated work, or self-development practices, and it's like you had to get clear on what was most alive for you, what was most important for you, and kind of how to draw it down, how to collect it, and how to how to present it. And with 2 of fire again, it's that like moving forward, having that lamp to follow, but really feeling like it's going too slow, not giving up, but not also fully knowing if you're ever gonna get there. You will though, and it's really, and it's what's going on right now is it is that transformation that you've been waiting on for a long time. So I want to read to you actually from this 9 of Earth. Disciplined self-reliance, reliable resources, restraint and self-control, the final stone placed in a foundation. I know I can rely on myself and spirit. There are many tools at my disposal, and I use my resources wisely, solidifying the foundation of my security in the material world. I am diligent and disciplined, focused on completing the work I began long ago. I stick to my program, trusting that the plan is unfolding before me exactly as Spirit intended. So I feel this speaks about the energy. It's so much. I plan to read on the Ram. It's very much the same energy. You've been in this Capricorn force state for a long time with this, like not giving up on it, and refusing to give up on it, even when on the outside, even when from the outside it seemed like you had nowhere else to climb, or you couldn't see the path. And that's where, so this blessing is really, it might seem like a blessing in disguise for some of you, because it's gonna, either it just has, or it's coming in like as we're speaking pretty much. It's something showing you a wound in some sort of way, associate a wound that's been in the way for you to allow this blessing to come in, you know, something that's been in the way for you to move forward quicker on your path, on your calling. So going into that a bit maybe yucky or painful possibly, or just something you don't really want to, but still going in there is what's gonna now, as a blessing, really turn your life around in this area. And again, I'm hearing work and vocation and calling, and it's bringing in this really, there's something physical coming in as a success, showing you that you're on the right path, and you're being told to strongly hold on to that. Yeah. Okay, pile number 3. I'm fried. I don't know why. Also, I need to take this out now. I get such a sore head from having my hair up, but then also I get so tired of having it down. So I hope this reading was meaningful to you, and if you liked it, then feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope I see you in another reading. And sending you much of, I don't have much energy to send right now, but I'm sending you blessings, new moon blessings.